folks, Smudge here again. Well, my peoples are going to have another great show for you on Monday night. Sakima Ridge Homestead. Let me have them introduce themselves.
Hello, and welcome to our channel. If you're a first-time viewer, I'm Brian.
And I'm Paula.
And we're glad you're here.
Well, hi Brian and Paula. Tell me a little bit about your videos.
Our videos are about bees and other animals, repairs and maintenance of our equipment, and other aspects of homesteading and preparedness.
Well, let me have a quick look around the property in the video you shared with everybody. Start out, you got some beehives, you have a paddock area, I see garden areas, lots of trees, lots of woods, a crazy driveway, looks like it would resemble a toboggan run. Very, very beautiful property, some outbuildings, some storage buildings, some horses. I think I saw 3, I'm not real sure, we'll check with you on that. A Ford tractor, chickens, and I do believe I saw a peacock. I'm sure I saw a peacock. Well, there's a project boat. Well, I understand you have another one in the water. Let's take a look at that one. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to share this clip that you shared is because, well, a lot of homesteaders might have a boat, might have a pond. You got something a little different. And not too many people have a big sailboat like this. And just to put this in the water is kind of impressive. So that's what we're doing here. You look like a pirate standing up there, Brian. So in you go. And I know in the clip with your sound, you go to throw the rope off and the guy says, "Nah, don't need the rope. Just go back there and you're going floating." Yep, just put her down, go back, and one big shove, and you're in. So, we're going to have to ask you a little bit about this. Hope to see everybody there. Stream starts at 8:57, and the show starts at 9 p.m. Take care, everyone.
We're live. I can time it really well now. He doesn't catch me off guard. He used to all the time. You all know that. I've been sitting here chatting with everybody. What the heck, you know? Got to use my typing skills for something these days. Don't do it for work. Don't want to lose those skills. Not that they get me anywhere anymore. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We didn't do much of anything. It's rained here. It sprinkled. It was like spitting all day. But it rained Saturday and Sunday, this morning, and found out we're going to need a new roof. So if somebody can pass the hat along before everybody leaves, you know, you can put your hundreds in there or whatever you need. Hey, Christy, how are you? Rolling Homestead? Long time no see. We're going to have a wonderful hour. But we always have a wonderful hour when we have our guests on. Who knew that a year and a half ago, we'd end up being the, I don't know if there's any couples doing like interviews on, like, you know, Phil Donahue used to do, or Mike Douglas.
Well, certainly
You'd be the Jerry Springer. That's your show.
Well, absolutely.
I don't think we have people that we can do that. YouTube won't approve.
YouTube won't approve.
No.
Okay.
Who's your daddy? I don't think we want to do those.
They may. You know.
Well, they may, but I don't think YouTube will approve it.
YouTube's kind of a millennial, aren't they?
I don't know. I'm way before that. I'm a baby boomer, remember?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So anyway, hey BC Truck. The YouTube Oprahs. Yeah, I suppose we could be. I don't know. I'll tell you what, if anybody needs any bread, they do ship. 7D Farms. Sherry is an awesome bread maker. and she makes the best tea cakes I've ever had. Just saying. That way, in March, she may give me a discount when I see her again at the Deep South Homestead Gathering.
Yeah, she's got some great stuff and ships
Oh
it.
my gosh!
Go check out her channel.
Go check out 7D.
As well as our guest tonight. If you have not had the opportunity,
and I'm going to put their channel right now.
To go look at their channel, you have been missing out.
And I met them because of. And well, let's just bring them out. Then I can say that. Let's just drag them out of the green room.
You think they're ready?
Room. Yeah, they're back there chuckling.
All right, there they are. Good evening, folks.
Hi. And I was just saying, if I'm not mistaken, I think we met because of the Small YouTube Homesteaders channel on Facebook, didn't we? Because I think I may have found your YouTube channel and told you to come over to Facebook and join. Because I'm pretty sure that's the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Met you online, per se. I think that's where it was. So if any of you have Facebook, and if you're under 1,500 subscribers, come join us. Sometimes we're boring, sometimes we have good times. Who knows? But here's their link. Country girl, there ain't no way. Samson Farms, a friend of ours, the guy that came, Daryl's best friend that was skinny enough to get up into the attic. That's what they have as a metal roof. So yes.
Yeah, right now I have all my options open because they all seem to cost 10 times what they should cost. So trying to figure out what we're going to do here with this, because I was definitely not prepared to incur a $10,000 plus bill for just a small ranch house. But anyway, Brian and Paula, welcome. We appreciate you being here, taking your time. Tell us a little bit about your place.
Nope, go ahead.
Well, we're 30 acres here in kind of northeast central Ohio. We've got about 20 acres of woods, 10 acres up on top of the hill up here, about 5 acres of pasture with 3 horses, pretty good sized garage / barn, chickens, peacocks, a lot of cats, dogs. We do some fostering for a local rescue. We have quite a few cats rolling around here today that are not actually our cats, but are fostered cats. We have six little bottle baby kittens in the bedroom right now that we're having to bottle feed every couple hours.
Oh my!
Well, that's a chore.
Yeah.
Keeps us busy.
I'm a glutton.
Oh no, we had 30 plus probably in our other house.
Not bottle fed.
No, but cats. But yeah.
Good Lord.
But cats, yeah.
Last week, I left the house with one kitten, a foster kitten, to take it for its, what is that? Just an exam, a wellness exam. And that day I came home with 11.
Oh my.
I know.
I didn't know a cat multiplied that fast.
Exactly. Yeah, I had three different people message me. I came home with 11 cats that day, left with 1.
Well, my older son moved in with us when we were married 6 months, and my older son turned 18, and my ex kicked him out. So we had an 18-year-old living with us with an attitude, which he still has. But anyway, one day from work, he brought home a kitten. And Daryl goes, we're not getting any kitten in this house. Well, but Daryl, please. Batted my eyes and stuck out my lower lip. I won.
Yeah, we didn't have any dogs at that time either.
We didn't have any dogs, yeah. But Robbie never took the cat to get her fixed. So when she went outside, she made friends.
Yeah.
And those kittens made friends, and those kittens made, yeah. We ended
They talk to strangers, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you we had 30. But it's funny because the older lady that lived next to us, I was talking to her one time. She says, I never minded the cats because I didn't have any moles or squirrels after that. She said, "Did yeah?" I came home from work one day and they were all dead
or dying.
Or dying. The neighbor had put out
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had a real cleanup to do. But I'll tell you what, that was one pack of cats.
Yeah, they stared down a pack of deer, a herd of deer that came up to the back porch.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 deer came up the back porch, and they just...
We looked out the back door, and there's all these cats, and these deers were like, "What do we do now?"
Well, and they tore a possum apart. They actually ate the legs off of a possum, so they were aggressive cats, but they were very good as far as chipmunks, mice. They just took care of all that. So. So anyway, how long have you been on the property there? Is that an old family homestead type thing, or just something you purchased here last week?
No, I've been here 14 years. I was born here and moved to Florida. I was in Florida for 21 years.
I was going to say she looks a little older than 15.
You don't say that to a woman.
As long as it's under 29, I think I can get away with
Okay.
Really?
So,
I'm only 21.
when we moved back up here, we bought this place. So I've been here for 14 years.
I've been here, pushing 3?
This is going on 3
Going
now.
on 3.
Yeah.
Okay, well now you just opened the door when you said when you moved back up here. Did you all did not meet in that area, or you from further away, Brian, or?
Oh, I think my house is 8 miles from here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long ways.
Yeah. Well, basically, we both got divorced at about the same time, and about a year later, or year and a half after our divorces, we found each other on an internet dating site.
Oh, I've heard about those.
Yeah.
You gotta watch for those you gotta watch out for them internet couples.
Yeah.
Look what happens.
There are a few successes out of that, I think.
Yep.
So, at this point in time, is it just the two of you? You got some kids that are living with you, or?
Oh no, we've thrown all the kids out.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I've got 3 older girls, and he's got
An older daughter.
I've got 1 granddaughter. She's here quite often. That's the 6:30 a.m. package that gets dropped off about 3 days out of the week. Yeah, but other than that, no, it's just the 2 of us.
Okay, very interesting. So. You know, from what I saw in the videos, you got a beautiful piece of property, except for your driveway. I'm not sure I'd. If I understand.
Well, it's beautiful, but.
Well, for a toboggan run.
Well, I've taken the sled down it quite a few times.
How do you get back up, though?
Well, you just walk up, you know.
Yeah, you need one of them pulleys. You need one of them pulleys.
Yeah.
But no, it absolutely looks like a beautiful piece of property. I'm curious, do you have any ponds or streams on the property?
No, that's about the only downfall of this piece of
Yes.
property is there is no water but the well.
Okay.
Being up on the hill like this, there's just no natural water up here.
So, and again, I was just kind of curious. I didn't see one through your videos there when I was going through, and I'm certain if you didn't mention it, you would have. So
That's the only thing I don't like about the property is a pond. No pond, but it is what it is. You gotta give some to get some.
Yeah. Well, if it keeps raining, you may have one soon.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
pretty close. After a couple spots.
Jeez. Oh, Lord.
We've got the big swimming pool in the backyard, so.
There you go.
So are you folks retired, or are you still punching the clock 8 days a week, or?
I've been working 6 days a week for about 6 years. And I just recently the first of this month was the first Saturday I've been off.
Wow.
I'm going down to 5 days a week.
Wow.
I'm just getting nothing done around here. So
sounds about like my youngest son.
Yeah, it's tough to do.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where time is almost more valuable than the money. Because we're just getting nothing done around here at all.
But Brian, I'm going to tell you, you just wait, because once you retire, you won't know how you found time to work.
Right. And I just work around the house here, pretty much. I do work. I bartend once, maybe twice a week. But other than that, I do crafts. I do a couple craft shows a year. But other than that,
what kind of crafts do you do?
Oh, I do a lot of big furniture, like the repurposing furniture.
Cool.
Okay.
Making rustic furniture, stuff like that.
Okay.
We may have to take a road trip.
Take a road trip?
Yeah. To the other side
I
of the line.
thought we were getting rid of things.
We can repurpose.
Can repurpose?
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like
Yeah, you
little
can
things.
print it out to get other stuff. That's how that works.
It sounds good to me.
Oh my! So anyway, you got any big projects that you've been wanting to get started on your place there? And
Well, how much time do you have?
we got some time.
To build that garage loft now for a couple months.
It's been more than a couple.
It's been a while, and we're wanting to build like a pavilion type roof off the one side of the garage so we can park the camper and the tractor and the boat and things in, so they're not sitting out in the weather.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Too big.
So I'm a little curious. I mean, just for example, where we're at right here, I would not be allowed to add on or build.
Yeah.
So in your particular area, do you have any problem being an agricultural area and you just want to make an extension like that? You can just go ahead and do it because it's agricultural, or?
I think for the most part, our county in general is pretty lax on building stuff. The house I had before I moved here, I remodeled that completely and never had a building permit for any of it. And basically 4 or 5 years down the road, when they reassessed for taxes, they were just like, "Oh, okay, you changed it. Here's your bigger tax bill." So they're pretty lax.
Aren't they nice? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, hey, I made that smaller. Lower that bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, they're wonderful about doing that.
Yeah. So I'm real curious about your boats. There's obviously quite a story behind the boats, as it's my understanding that you actually worked for 2 years to obtain the boat that's sitting in your yard that's not going in the water anytime soon.
Yeah. I found that boat on, I believe, Craigslist. He was asking a price for it or help him put a roof on his house. And his house was up in Medford, which was about 2 hours away from me.
A roofer.
I went up there.
Did I hear roof?
For 2 years.
Did I hear roof?
And,
Brian, did I hear? Brian, did I hear roofer?
Yeah.
Did you notice he also kept on talking?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just
that's all right.
You know, that was one of those words that just jumped out at me.
Yeah. Yeah. But we put a roof on his house and did a bunch of other items that needed to be done. It was an aluminum panel roof. It was the oddest roof I'd ever seen. It went on like siding. They were probably 2 foot by 3 foot square aluminum pressed panels that kind of snap together. And once they're on there, you can't really walk on them. So we ended up redoing his chimney and a few other projects up top beyond just the scope of the roof. And then once the roof was done, I brought the boat home, and it had sat for probably 12 years unused and had water in it. Once I got it dried out, all the plywood just crumbled like dust. As long as it was wet, it was in good shape. But as soon as it dried out, it was just powder. So I tore all the inside of it out, made templates for all the pieces, and was going to work on it. And then, of course, this project came up, that project came up. And then I met Paula and moved out here and moved the boat out here and got it stuck in the driveway.
Was that the day before?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, he decides to try and drag that boat, that ship, up that driveway. Christmas Eve, we're expecting like 30 people the next day for Christmas dinner, and he gets this boat wedged in the driveway.
There was ice in the tire tracks.
Oh, my Lord.
The weight of the boat just pulled me right back.
Well, that would have been a video. That would have been a viral video.
But anyway, we were talking Memorial Day weekend. We were down at the lake. We camped. No, we didn't camp there. We were down just took the pontoon boat down to the lake, and we're talking to some of the sailboats down there. And we were driving home, just kind of chit-chatting. And I mentioned, for what we're going to have in redoing that other boat, for a couple $1,000s, we could probably buy a decent sailboat. A few $1,000s, we could buy a nice one. So that night, we were just kind of fooling around on the internet and come across the boat that we bought. Was down at the lake already, and he was almost giving it away, and it's in really good shape. So we decided, instead of spending all the time and money in trying to restore the old boat, we just bought the new one and let it sit down there and don't use it.
And if I heard the video right as well, like 25 foot?
Yes.
So it's a good sized boat.
Yes, they're actually both 25 footers.
So I mean that's big enough you could put it up on Lake Erie, or I'm guessing.
Well, actually, the one that we're not going to restore, the owner before the guy I bought it off of actually used to race it up on Lake Erie.
Whoa.
Okay.
Now,
so
those old Cal 25s were like the race boat of their day. They were a fast little boat.
So you have a sailing background then, is that right? Or did you just decide to learn with a boat that you worked 2 years for?
No, when I was younger, Dad had a 16-foot boat. Okay. And then he ended up selling that and got a 23-footer. So I sailed quite a bit when I was younger.
Okay.
There's been quite a lull in there. I'm hoping it's like a bicycle and I can remember what I'm doing.
Now myself, I know nothing other than there's water around there to float.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So. Well, Paul, I can just very, very small word of advice. If he's sailing, and that mast is out there nice and the sail is full of wind, and he decides to turn, duck.
Duck. I saw the movie Overboard. Oh no, that wasn't a sailboat.
So, and something else that you guys have that's, I'm going to call it a little bit of an oddity, is peacocks.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
What? I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Why, how, when, where?
Yeah, I mean, I would not think you'd get them for their eggs. I don't know. I don't know if, do they taste like pheasant, or do you not eat them?
Oh, we're not eating the peacocks. Oh, Lord, no. I got 15 peacocks almost 10 years ago. And they were all adults when I got them. I made a huge, 30 by 50 enclosure to keep them in. And found out within about 8 months' time, even though they're supposed to be such a hardy bird, in captivity like that, being penned up, they die off no matter how much you worm them, whatever.
Wow.
So I lost quite a few of them, and then I just cut them loose. They're just free range up here because of the fox that ate quite a few of them. We had a weasel get one. My white one, there was an incident, and he ended up upside down in the garage and died. Right now, we only have 6, including the one baby that survived this year. So
now, if I'm not mistaken, peacocks fly way up in the air. I mean, they go way up in trees,
Yeah.
do they not?
yes, they can fly about as well as a turkey can.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, really, they're just fancy turkeys.
pretty much.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
See, I thought she was going to tell us she bought them so she could use the feathers for her crafts.
Oh, well, I do that. Yes, I have them by the thousands, peacock feathers. Yes. Well, you save them all.
Of course, you have to.
Yeah, when they start molting, it's an all-day job out in the yard with that many males picking them up, because they'll just drop them all over and the dogs go out and pick them up and chew on them. So numerous times a day you have to go out and survey the entire property and pick up all the feathers before the dogs find them.
Wow.
Very interesting. So, but you have chickens. Do you have any other, I'm going to say, typical homestead type animals, like goats, cows, pigs?
Now, when I first moved out here, my daughter had 2 little pygmy goats that she did 4-H with, and we brought them out here. One of them passed away, and then the other one we gave away because it was just all by itself and lonely, and we didn't want to get another one. But once again, they were just looking at goats; they weren't producing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I previously had 3 different steers that I bought and we butchered.
Okay.
But I've talked about it for a couple of years now, buying another young one in the spring and raising it. But honestly, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of cost. And if you're weighing the cost, it'd be different if there was more of us here, but just not that the girls wouldn't come raid the freezers.
True.
But it's just not cost effective, pasture wise, grain and hay wise during the winter. It's just not feasible.
Well, and
anyway.
So you just opened the door to my next question. Then is do you farm for some of your grain, or do you just buy it?
We really only feed grain to the horses in the winter.
Okay.
All summer they're just pasture.
Okay.
Yeah, well, hay.
Hay, yeah.
Good quality hay
Hay and grain.
throughout the summer. Well, we don't know. It depends on the pasture.
Yeah. If we hit a drought like we did last year, we ended up giving them hay in the pasture just for supplement, because the grass was kind of iffy there at the end of the year. But we haven't had to give them hay in months.
We've got the 2 pastures, and we rotate the horses. Up until about 4 months ago, we also had a 4th horse that was my sister's that I was boarding for her. So, and I've previously had minis, a pair of miniature horses.
Cool.
I did have a couple llamas as well, but once again, just decided to get rid of them. It was just too much work.
Well, I can certainly understand that.
Yeah.
So
we can also discuss maybe getting sheep as well.
We've discussed getting some sheep.
Thought about what I can never remember the name of them, but it's whatever sheep that Doug and Stacy have, the hairy sheep.
Okay.
We thought about getting them.
Well, and talk about Doug and Stacy. I know you guys met them at Lehman's.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we obviously crossed paths there, even though we didn't know you at the time.
Yeah, we were there last year also.
Yeah, we were there during that same time period.
We also met Nicole from Greeting Tree Farm there. She was one of your previous Monday guests.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
she is. Yes, she was.
Okay.
Up in Mount Gilead.
Yes. Okay, I'm getting.
There's a squeaking.
Yeah, I'm
Is
getting
it
just
us?
a touch. No, I don't think so. But no, we're okay. So
Catadin? I can't even pronounce that, Samson Farms. Catadin sheep. That's a tongue twister.
yeah,
That's why I can never remember it.
Oh, yeah. White furry
Is
sheep.
there
That
a
sounds good to me.
T or is it a Catadin?
That could be.
Catadin.
Catadin?
A Catadin.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Their spelling is Khatadin. I don't know if that's so. It could be Catadin.
Catadin, I think.
Well, Dana would use it for yarn.
She
She spins.
She uses anything for yarn.
Yeah, she wants the fur from the dogs.
So
Yeah, she wants to spin. She does. She says, Sherry. She says, I'm waiting for that for the dog fur. We're going to wait a long time.
So what got you into YouTube?
I'd watched a lot of videos, mostly B videos at the time. And of course, to comment or subscribe, you have to have a channel to use it or not. So I had a channel, and I thought about doing some videos. And one day I was just out. It was, I think, January, and it was kind of warm, and the bees were a little bit active. So I got my phone out and did a quick video of the bees there flying around the hive, and like a 2-minute little quickie, and stuck it on the internet on the channel, and did a few more videos, and then I kind of more or less stumbled onto the homesteading type channels, and talked it over with Paula, and I'm like, we should do some videos around here and put them up. And it's just kind of grown there.
Absolutely. So, if I'm not mistaken, you also have a second channel.
Yes, it's a very neglected channel. I think there's only maybe four videos on there. It's Sakima's Red Homestead Channel 2, so it's a nice simple name. The same logo, but instead of the SR being black, they're red inside the horseshoe. And
Yeah, I did see that last night.
If I ever get the time to do videos on it, it's going to be more of like a gun channel.
That's where I was going.
Yep. I was a little apprehensive of doing any gun videos on the main channel because of the way YouTube's been
Look,
coming down on the gun channels.
look! Did you see what's crawling around there?
No.
Hey, folks, you guys have got a raccoon crawling around you. What's going on?
Somebody said something
I
about
told
that
you not to be
earlier.
alarmed if there was a wild animal climbing
Yeah,
across us.
somebody said
That's
something
Mo.
about that earlier about the raccoon.
Look at this.
It's another one of our fosters.
Oh my gosh!
We originally had 3. This one and 2 sisters. The 2 sisters are out in the woods somewhere, and he prefers to be in the house.
He named them Mary, Shirley, and Mo.
The 3 Stooges.
That's cute. I like it.
And the girls decided not to hang around, but Mo has decided he's the resident.
And he pretty much just free ranges around the house, uses the cat boxes with the cats. Goes outside when he wants to, comes back in.
Does he empty your trash for you?
No, we do our best to keep him out of the trash. In fact, he's going after my pop bottle right now.
He gets into way too much, that's for sure.
I'm sitting here watching him, and I see this thing crawling out the corner of the screen. What the heck? Jeez.
No, Brenda, it's not an opossum. Those you put on your pizza. This is a raccoon.
Goodness sakes. So, all right, getting back to your other channel, mentioned guns and so forth. So, are you an avid hunter or just target shooter? You Second Amendment enforcer?
Sixth Amendment. I'm not allowed to hunt.
No, we're not allowed to hunt out here. Ew. No.
Okay. I take it that's...
No.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute.
Next subject.
Let me scratch this off. Do not talk about hunting. Boy, that went down the tubes real quick.
You know what we have to do, and didn't even. I mean, the conversation's flowing so well. We need to do a trivia at 9:35.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
All right. Listen,
you guys. Late.
You guys, if you would. Wait a minute, I gotta find this.
I hate that. You guys.
You guys.
know I do.
All right, you folks.
Thank you.
You folks. But actually, I'm talking to Brian and Paula.
But she's not a guy.
She's not. I can see that.
You're going to lose.
I can see that she is not a guy.
Then don't say it.
All right. Just hang loose for a couple minutes. Let me cue up our trivia questions.
Jim's here tonight.
And we'll get one of those out of the way.
Jim, we missed you last week. Craig, as soon as we get this trivia done, we'll go ahead and ask that question.
Okay, for those of you that might be new in the chat, we always have a couple trivia questions every week that revolves around our guests. And anytime you have any type of a contest where people can win something, you got to have rules, much as I hate that. Simple rules, let me go over them quickly. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it's received and recorded on the stream here. You will find that chat window embedded on the screen so everybody can see it. So the first person that answers the question correctly, the way it rolls up the screen here, you will be the winner. And of course, send us an email with your mailing address. We ask you do that within 48 hours to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. We in turn will send you a genuine United States $2 bill. We've had people say that they're fake. We've had... It's crazy. There's a lot of people didn't even know they existed. But we have some. And we will send you a $2 bill. And you can tack it up on your wall, or you can take it down and amaze your local clerk at the gas station. And they'll go, this isn't real. So I don't believe they work with those little pins that they seem to have to write on every... Yeah.
They don't. The cashier at Dollar Tree. She did
it's crazy.
That. Then she called the manager. Is this real? I'm going, oh, Lordy.
All right. So if everybody's ready, question number 1, coming across the screen now. What was the original name of our channel?
Their channel, not our channel.
Well, I'm reading the question as they presented it.
Okay.
No, it's not Peacock Browncoat. 7D Farm.
Good Lord.
Boy, that didn't last long.
Where?
7D Farm. Sherry, congratulations. Porcupine. So, for all you folks that are still trying to read the question, I did read it. She was quick tonight.
Well, I don't think that was actually, I don't think it was porcupine. Was it not?
Well, Paula?
Was it spelled normally?
Yeah, right. We'll go ahead and let it slide tonight.
I would have considered it a win.
Yeah. That's cool. Sherry, I have your address, so I know where to send the money.
Clearly she's been watching. You couldn't just pull that out of the air.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Well, she's in...
Mississippi.
Yeah, she's down in Mississippi. So, all right. Let me get back up here and get another window opened up here.
Oh, and we had a question right when you started that from Crazed Family Homestead. They are new tonight, so if anybody has not checked them out, they are a small channel. Go ahead and check them out. Subscribe. They're asking, how long have you been homesteading?
Oh.
What's the definition of homesteading?
Yeah.
Our definition of homesteading is being self-reliant in the best way you can be in the current time, as you know, just doing the best you can to be a self-sufficient.
Gardening, farming,
canning,
dehydrating.
Dehydrating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been doing that forever, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at the other house as well, we canned and gardened and so forth.
I put in a huge garden.
Not on the scale we do here, but.
Yeah, I put in a huge garden. And I've always done not so much the canning, more freezing or dehydrating and things like that.
Okay. All right, let me slide this other screen over here.
And there was a question earlier, what part of Ohio are you in?
Well, he actually mentioned he was in the Northeast.
Well, I think they came in after.
Okay.
That's why.
Probably, I would say East Central would be the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of between Youngstown and Canton, roughly.
Yeah, I think that's a good, accurate description. You're between Indianapolis and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
just
probably
a small.
the straight line we would be.
Yeah.
But much closer to Pittsburgh.
So, okay, folks, got the phone line open. The number is on the screen, and we have a call coming in here already.
Can't waste them any time. Somebody wants opossum pizza. I don't know who it is.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hey, Daryl, it's Brown Coat Homestead.
Steven.
Steven, how you doing? Say hello to our guest.
Hello.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
Okay, good. They can hear you. Go ahead.
It's been a pleasure. I've just recently started watching you thanks to Daryl and Sherry's lighting up another channel, and I'm loving the videos. They're interesting, informing, and funny.
Thank you.
Especially with all the rebuilds that you've done. I've been doing some of the channels, the playlists, and I've just enjoyed a lot of them.
Good. Glad you enjoy them.
Do you think you'll ever do any more farm animals? Add any more to your area?
Well, we've talked about sheep. We've talked about maybe doing a beef cow, but it's with just the two of us here. It's almost not cost effective to do a cow. Of course, we always have more cats. But you never know what
You never know what I might come home
Yeah.
with. It could happen at any moment. I just text
I know.
him
I
and
saw
say, guess
I
what
saw
I
one
have?
of the videos with the cat with the dog wrestling with the raccoon. That was a hoot.
Yeah, that raccoon was last year's. He went outside and never came back. Never saw him again.
Must not like the
that was
dog.
our rescue last year.
Yeah.
So,
And
I guess. Excuse me, Steve. I have just a real quick question
ahead.
here. I didn't know people were allowed to have a raccoon.
Technically, you're not. You can have one if it's permitted, but since we don't really consider him a pet, he just lives with us. He can come and go as he pleases.
He's not caged.
He's not caged at all. He's just a house guest until he decides not to be. And then
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be out there in the woods with his sisters.
Okay. Well, I was just
Now,
curious because that was going to go into, okay, do you have to contact Ohio Department of Natural Resources and get permits and all that kind of stuff. So
No, well, you can't.
Yeah,
You cannot get a permit for a wild raccoon.
In Ohio, the main reason we have him and fostered the other two is in Ohio, it's a kill state. If orphaned raccoons are turned in, they euthanize them because of the rabies problem.
Gotcha.
So rather than have these 3 raccoons euthanized for really no reason at all, we brought them in here and raised them. And,
We usually end up with some every year.
yeah.
okay, and let me just make this. I've had a couple more calls come in. I can't take another call while I'm on a call. So, Stephen,
All right, well,
you have the floor.
For another thrilling night. You guys have a good one.
You too, Stephen.
Talk to you later.
Thank you for calling, Stephen.
Yes,
Looking forward to more videos.
All right.
Okay,
There
thanks,
you go.
Steve. We'll get something out for you.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks so much. Bye bye.
I guess I've never known, I didn't know raccoons could be so passive. Would passive be I mean, you always see them out and they're snarling or they're supposed to be snarling or whatever.
Well, they're probably scared.
Well, that could be too, yeah.
All right, here we go. Get another call. Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Yeah, this is getting started on homesteading.
Getting started on homesteading. I
was
Floor's all
talking
yours.
about raccoons.
Okay, I believe they can hear you, so you can either address your questions to them or to me, but we're on the party line here.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm sorry. Is this any better for you?
I was going to talk about the female coons.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
When y'all got the coons, did y'all realize when they get a certain age that they're gonna go in heat and they're gonna attack you?
Well, by then they're usually living outside. So the two females are gone. We haven't seen them in 3 months.
Yeah.
2 months, 3 months. So they're already out living in the woods on their own. And the male we had last year, when he, they don't hibernate, but they kind of pseudo hibernate. They'll sleep for a couple days and come back out. And when spring came out, you are right. He was, I wouldn't call him aggressive, but he was definitely a different raccoon.
Yeah.
He was real short with the dogs. The year before, when he was young, he played with the dogs, but he wouldn't tolerate the dogs, and that's when we made the decision. It's time to put him out, and then he went out and became a wild raccoon.
Yeah, we're fully aware of that, and we know to watch for the signs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
good. That is true.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of doing that too. So I was just wondering, because I got one, and Lord have mercy, she when she got about a year old, she climbed up my butt, up and down, at me about 15 times. I was like, oh my God. And
Now, I think females are worse than the males.
I almost couldn't get her off of me. Yeah, it's funny. The males are different,
that
but
gets to be the adult. It's always been a male, and I've heard the females are worse when they come into heat like that. And unfortunately, these 2 girls took off already, so we won't know again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had I think 20 coons, but I kept most of them caged except for like 2 or 3 of them. And I had 1 male and 2 females, and the females would always go in the cage every night at a certain time, and then I'd take them out or open them up during the in the morning. And I thought, well, she is fine, because I raised her when she was young. So I reached there and grabbed her, and when she did, she grabbed hold of me and doggone went up and bit me from the ass. Oh, can I say it?
Wow.
from butthole to who.
Oh my gosh.
I've
went up
actually
in a
bit
tree.
mine back before.
Oh, did
On
you?
a few occasions, if they're getting a bit frisky and they bite, I've actually bit them back before.
Okay, everybody in the chat here has been warned. Paula bites.
Oh man. I just had to come in there and tell you my little story about the coons. But
Well, appreciate that.
Yes. All right. Are you from Ohio? Are you from Ohio as well?
I'm having a hard time hearing you on this phone.
Okay, I said, are you from Ohio as well?
No, I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, in Kentucky. Okay. All right. I was just curious if it was a local coon or a Hoosier coon. I guess a Kentuckian coon.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was born in Indiana. I'm a Hoosier, but I come here when I was 5 years old, and went on the farm with my mom and dad. And yeah, that's when I had a pet possum.
Oh my.
And,
okay.
And that thing got up to about 3 months old, and I was had it in my pocket for the longest time. And about that time, he got just a little bit bigger, and it bit me on my teddy and didn't let go. We had to pry that thing off of me.
So the pocket possum was attached, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, they called me possum for doggone years after that. So that thing, it almost bit my nipple off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'd hate to have to explain that to a nurse in the hospital. All right.
Yeah, see, this is vicious. Mo, he's
I'm
vicious.
not going to hold you up anymore. But yeah,
Well, thanks.
I could tell you some stories about some animals. My dad was a coon hunter, and we always come back with all kinds of crap.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, thank you for calling, and
I appreciate y'all guys, and y'all have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. Have a good evening.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See y'all later.
Oh, so we have Paula bites, the possum bites.
Yeah, I made sure that Brenda heard that he had a possum.
Brian, do not put Paula in your pocket.
Hey, they only get back what their mother would do to them if they were doing the same thing to their mother.
That's true. Yeah, you had a point there. Exactly.
Their mother couldn't put up with it, so I don't either.
Paula, we had a question back here. I don't remember who asked it, but they wanted to know what part of Florida you were from. Oh, there we go. Living Miracle Homestead.
I was in St. Cloud, which is central Florida. It's just about 30 minutes from Disney World, which is in Kissimmee. It was big ranch town.
Okay. And that's pretty much in the middle of the state there then.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was about an hour in the direction of the beach, yes.
Okay.
That's where all the horses get too, right?
Yeah, I actually brought the horses up with me from Florida.
Cool.
I've had them, Akoya, the red one, he was 3 months old when I got him. Mercury, I worked at a stable in Florida and cared for 42 head. And I did trail rides and training and riding lessons and all kinds of stuff like that. And we actually rescued 26 Premarin mares out of Canada. And when they were delivered to us, 23 of them were in foal. So within a 2-week period, I had 23 new babies on the ground.
Phew.
And Mercury, the big Percheron that I've got, is one of those Bremer and Mares. He was a foal out of one of those Bremer and Mares.
Cool.
I also had a Belgian that I brought with me from Florida. She was also one of the foals from one of the Bremer and Mares. But I ended up having to sell her in the divorce proceedings. I had to get rid of her.
Aren't Belgians the big ones?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Well,
the Belgian Percherons, they're your big draft horses.
Oh, are they? My daughter used to call them giraffe horses. The Budweiser. Yeah, when she was little, the Budweiser horses, she couldn't figure it out. She would call them giraffe horses. So I still, to this day, when that commercial comes on, I send her a message. Here you go, Kara. Here's your giraffe horses.
But yeah, when I moved up here, I brought the 4 horses with me.
Wow. Goodness. We do have, farm alarm. I was asking, do you guys cook on the wood cook stove on a regular basis?
We have not yet. In fact, we've only had 2 fires in it. One we videoed just to basically see if it worked after we got done restoring it. And we had a fire in it, 2 nights ago because it was chilly?
In our defense, it's been summer.
Yeah.
In our defense, it's been summer.
That's true.
We plan probably Thanksgiving and Christmas, we're going to use it as an extra oven.
Yeah. Woo! I have a second oven. I am stoked about that.
As long as you stoke the fire, everything's good.
Yeah, it was mostly like a preparedness type thing, just a what's in case if we lose power, especially in the wintertime, it'd give us heat and a way to cook.
Yeah. We had a wood burner there. We replaced it. Replaced the wood burner that was there.
So can you kind of describe your immediate area there? I mean, do you have a number of neighbors that are relatively close, or are you way out away from everybody? You got to drive 10 miles to get a gas station, or?
We're, for one, you've seen the driveway. We're a quarter mile off the road, so we really don't have any immediate neighbors.
No.
There is a house about halfway up our driveway. That'd be the closest neighbor.
They just built that, the poor kids, they just built that place, 3 years ago now. About halfway up the drive, there was a strip of property between ours and the neighbors that they purchased and built a house on right there at our driveway. I'm sure they can hear the peacocks. But
maybe that's all the further they could get up the driveway.
Maybe. I know, right? I mean, you can see the neighbor's house to the west, but for the most part, we're up here pretty secluded. We've got 40 acres, the property behind us, which isn't ours, it's just land. There's 100 acres to the east of us that's just property with trails and stuff like that on it.
Wow.
So for the most part, yeah, we're up here secluded. You know, I garden in my skivvies, things like that. You know,
We're what, 5-6 miles from town?
4
4
miles into town. So it's not that far.
But it's a small town, so there's not a lot there. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to go to a Lowe's or a Home Depot or a Walmart, you're talking 15-20 miles.
Yeah.
And then I'm 50 miles to work.
Yeah. So we're pretty secluded up here.
I guess.
You know, we don't close the windows or, you know, anything. There are no neighbors.
Oh, I would so like that.
Yeah.
So like that. Oh.
Mo.
Ours suck. Excuse me. You didn't hear me say that. That just slipped right out. Woo. Daryl, it's almost 10. You think we should get a number 2 trivia in?
We can do that.
Gosh.
We can do that.
We've just been rattling off tonight.
It's been moving right along here, and the chat's been flying. Okay.
Wally World. How can that be?
Okay, let me quickly go over the rules here again, especially to anybody that might be new here this evening. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it's received and recorded on the stream here. That chat is embedded in the screens so that everybody can see it. You must send us an email with your address within 48 hours, or we ask you send it within 48 hours, and we in return will send you a United States $2 bill. So, everybody's guessing already, aren't they?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right, question number 2. What lake do we have our sailboat docked? What lake do we have our sailboat docked?
No, Jim, it's not Lake 42. Although we live off of Route 42. Farm alarm. That would be over in Israel. I've been there.
No, it's not the Red Sea.
And it's not the one closest to their house. Or it could be. Still need a name.
What lake do we have our sailboat docked? It was not Erie. And it's not Sakima. It was actually in the promo video.
That was a good question. That was a good one.
No, it's not Lake Superior.
Making them work for this one.
Yes, you are.
Farm alarm has gone from the Middle East up to Michigan. Pick me. I don't think that's the name of the lake, Sherry.
I think she knows the name of the lake, but she already won.
Yeah.
I think she knows because she mentioned earlier she was checking them out.
Exactly.
Lake Ontario? No, that is not correct.
Come on, you guys are just guessing. You don't even know.
Not Medford. That's a good thing, Farm Alarm, just in case they change their mind. Okay. But I've been to the Red Sea and the Dead Sea and the Mediterranean.
So,
But what happens if nobody gets it?
I don't know. So far, that has never happened.
We have not had that happen.
Oh.
Aha!
There we go. Country girl.
She just watched the promo.
Yeah, you could tell she wasn't posting anything. We know what she was doing.
Yeah, she was watching the promo.
Yep. She's okay.
All right. So, country girl is our winner.
She's going to be able to
She's gotten a couple of these.
Paper her new apartment wall with what she's getting.
So, all right, let me bring this back over.
Winner, chicken dinner. Country girl, you got it.
All right, and thank you everybody for playing. So, the phone line is open if somebody would like to call and ask a question. Our guest this evening is Sakima's Ridge Homestead. They had a name change a few months ago. 6 months ago, something like that?
Maybe 6, 8 months.
Oh, we don't know. We have senior moments all the time. We don't remember stuff like that.
So, my question is, where did the word Sakima, where did that come from?
Oh, that was all me. when I was in Florida, I had a Great Pyrenees. I had a pair of them. And my male, his name was Sakima. When we moved up here, we brought up a load of horses, my oldest daughter, her dog, and Sakima, and left her here at the house with the horses while we went directly back down to get another load of horses. And just within hours, both of the dogs took off. Oh. And they couldn't find them. And we came back up. It was almost 5 days later by the time we got back up here. And we were just about a mile from the house. And I'm hauling the horse trailer. And I saw him in the ditch on the highway about a mile from the house.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So he was headed south. Whether, you know, they say some dogs have, you know, that directional sense about them, I don't know. But that's where Sakima came from.
Okay.
Wow. And we currently have a new puppy that another Great Pyrenees I just got, and named him Sakima as well.
Well, it's a very nice story, and I'm not sorry I asked. I'm sorry about the dog, obviously. But.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we brought the horses home, put them in the paddock, and went down with a trailer and loaded him and brought him up here and buried him on the property. Mm-hmm. So
Sakima,
we never found my daughter's dog. No signs of him. But
how old is the puppy?
Oh, Sakima's March, April, June, July, August. He's about 6 months old now. Oh. And he's as big as the Doberman is.
Yeah.
His daddy was about 198 pounds. So.
But still very much puppy.
Oh, yeah. Just a big puppy. Yeah.
Very big puppy.
Smudge's dad was a huge, beautiful, pure white Great Pyr.
Yeah.
And his mother was a huge, gorgeous St. Bernard. Yeah.
And
so that's where Sakima came from.
Cool.
Yes, Smudge if he stands up and puts his front paws on your shoulders, he's easily over 6 foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tigger just got here. She's not seen the new style cat on the couch.
Oh. This is we're getting ready for Halloween. That is a costume. It is available at
Sakima's Ridge. That's what I said earlier. I said everybody needs to start singing Davy Crockett. Isn't he the one that had the?
That's some of the crafts that Paula does. She makes raccoon costumes and.
Sherry, I don't want to hear about it.
Oh my.
You see what she typed, don't you?
Yes. Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hey, Daryl.
Yes.
Charles.
Yeah.
How you doing, Charles?
He just had another step.
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, good. This is old Alabama Gardener calling.
Muted, but I still hear an echo.
Okay, well, it's you sound okay here.
Yeah, okay, good. Then we'll go with that. As a matter of fact, it went away now. Maybe it was on my end.
Okay.
All right. So where's these folks at?
They are kind of neighbors of ours in a way. They're in East Central Ohio. And we're in North Central Ohio, so they're a little over an hour to our east.
I lost you.
No, we've got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Like Sprint commercial.
Yeah, all right. So talking to Sakima. Sakima looks like it might be an Eskimo or Oriental kind of a name.
It's American.
They just told us that was their dog's name and their puppy's name.
Oh, okay. Now, can they hear me?
I believe
we can.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So are you guys into gardening? You know, I'm a gardener, so anytime I get on, I'm going to be talking about gardening.
Oh yeah, my garden's huge. How do I keep the weeds down?
Did you say how do you keep the weeds down?
Yes. That's her question to
down
you.
On your hands and knees.
Oh well, I do that, but the garden's so big I can't keep up with it.
I was doing that this
Well,
afternoon.
there is another way you can do it. Buy you some, like at Lowe's or Home Depot, what they call black plastic. Cut it about as wide as whatever the middle between your rows is. Stretch it down through there, or weight it down with a couple of bricks or rocks, and then all the grass and the weeds underneath it'll die.
Yeah.
And you can also walk on it if you want to, as you're still harvesting and picking whatever you're growing.
Yeah. I've tried the paper feed sacks like that before, and it didn't work so well. But
Well,
I've
they
never tried
decay.
the
They
plastic.
decay pretty quickly.
Okay, Charles. So what happened this time that you had to go into the hospital and have another stent put in? I mean, it wasn't that long.
I got
wasn't that long ago
feeling bad,
you were there.
and my left arm was really weak, and went to the emergency room, and they said, "Yep, one of your arteries is trying to close up, so we better fix it." So we fixed it, and I'm back at work now. So
Gosh.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling
Yes.
better then.
So glad.
well, you know, I turned 79 last month, so when you get to be 79, things are going to be happening.
When you turn 65, things start happening.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
Just a number.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Brian and Paul, I don't know if you're familiar with Old Alabama Gardener, if you've ever seen any of his videos, but do check out his channel.
Oh my gosh, he
We will.
is a wealth of knowledge.
He has been a featured speaker at some various Homestead
Conferences.
And he is.
And I think he's doing, or did one, I think he's doing one at his home. I just saw on Facebook today.
Okay, well, he's an absolute wealth of knowledge, not only for gardening, but also in herbs, healthcare.
Yeah, he makes his own comfrey salve.
Good.
Yeah. So, and
Yes.
if you folks reach out to him, he will respond by all means. So he's a great individual.
Well, appreciate that. Yes, I do have another speaking engagement coming up on the 29th at a local, what they call a feed and seed store. So probably do about a 2-hour class on fall gardening. Probably talk a little bit about some spring gardening, things like that. Should do a little demonstration of things how I do things. So it's always fun.
So how has your garden been this year, Charles?
Oh, God, you haven't seen this
I've
post?
had a real good year in
Lord.
most things.
See all the tomatoes he's harvested.
Just finished Saturday canning 71 pints of tomato juice. Previous to that, I'd canned 86 pints of tomatoes. So canning kidney beans and okra and first one thing and another. So it's doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our tomatoes and green beans don't seem to stop. It's crazy.
Say it again.
I said our tomatoes and our green beans are just growing like crazy.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just can't keep up with them.
Well, put them in a jar, can them, because next year
Yes,
your
we've
crop
been
might
doing.
not be as good.
Yeah, this year my tomatoes are.
Yeah, we did not have as good of a year this year, but things got away from us a little bit as far as the weeds go, but there's always next year.
Yeah. Well, that's why I can a lot at one year, because I might not have a good crop next year, or I might not feel like, doing a garden.
That's
So
true.
if I have it this year, I put it in the jars. I got plenty of empty jars, and it won't, and it doesn't go bad in 1 year. So put it up, put it up.
I hadn't thought of it that way. I've been questioning, what are we going to do with all these green beans and all these tomatoes? I hadn't thought, well, maybe next year is going to be a bad year for tomatoes, and I don't get any can. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good thought.
Yeah, last year I didn't can a single jar of tomatoes because I didn't have them, and I actually was still using tomatoes that I'd canned in 2014, but I did finish them up and ran out. And I don't like to go buy tomatoes in a tin can. So This year I have the tomatoes and I'm putting them up.
Well, it sounds like you had another outstanding crop this year, and we certainly appreciate you calling in and joining us every chance you get. And everybody in the channel here, feel free to just jump on his channel.
Yeah, and, I just posted his channel, and Michelle just subscribed.
So, yeah.
I'm like you guys in terms of channel. I'm still growing. I will admit things have slowed down, probably because we're getting past the gardening season, and since my channel focuses gardening, I can understand that. But we'll work on next year.
That's right.
Well, this and folks, this is why we do these shows, is to find channels like Sakima's Ridge that don't have very many subscribers, and just to help get them some exposure, because they have some very valid methods and ways that they do things. They have some unique things, just no different than Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. The only difference is either the number of people that they have on their little subscription list. But they're all great people, and we certainly appreciate everybody that's in the chat here tonight, and that has been here. That we love having you, and we love being able to take people like Bill and Paula and kind of put them out here in front of you and kind of maybe embarrass them just a little bit. That you have to,
and that's a good point. Everybody, most people do things a little bit different sometimes. And so what it amounts to is that we all learn from each other.
True. Exactly.
Okay. Well, Charles, thank you so much for calling.
Okay. I'll get off and let somebody else get a call in, and I'll continue watching you here and watch the chat running on the side, and talk to you later. Okay,
Charles. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Take care, Charles.
Okay, and for whoever it was that tried calling, the phone line is open right now.
I know who's trying to call in.
So...
The Googler, I blame you for this.
Is Grizz calling?
Yes.
Oh.
See if he calls back.
So, anyway, yeah, I was very, Brian and Paul, I was very serious about Old Alabama Gardener. Now,
Dawn, I'm going to get you for this one.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Oh.
Grizz, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Now we can. Now we can.
Yep. Now we can. You got to talk into the phone, Grizz.
Yeah. Well, I got you on speakerphone, so I can hear. I can't hear on my regular phone. I have to put it on speakerphone.
Okay.
So I have to ask a question. I seen that raccoon climb on the back of the couch, and I have to ask them: does raccoon taste like Chinese chicken? You know, when you get Chinese chicken, you get 4 drumsticks in every bucket.
No, we don't eat them.
That's against the law around here. We wouldn't know.
Have you ever?
Oh, come on! Now don't give me. Laws are made to be broken. I mean, they're not. That's not against the law if we don't get caught.
Not when it comes to killing something. Nope, not around here.
Let us introduce you to Grizz.
That is a cute little fella. And, you know what? I got to subscribe to your channel. I ain't done it yet, and I'm hoping Chris will post the channel link up there again so I can subscribe. Because that is a cute little fella, and I want to see more of them. It makes me hungry, quite honestly.
He is. He's a mess. You should
anyway, I want to let y'all
all
get back to the show. I don't have nothing else. That was a triple dog dare that I had to answer. I only asked for a double dog dare, and they threw out a triple dog dare. And hey, you know what? I could have turned that down. So hey, y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Grizz.
Grizz, thanks for calling. Take care now.
Oh, we knew that was coming. There you go, Grizz. There's your link. You owe them a subscription now. Oh my Lord. Oh.
Eating the family pet. I'm appalled.
Grizz is the most lovable teddy bear you would ever want to meet. We have yet to meet him, but we will somewhere, somehow. But, yeah, Googler's over there laughing his tush off. Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah. Yeah, Grizz has actually been a guest on the show a couple times. If you go back through our playlist, you'll find him there a couple times. Mm-hmm. But
that one time,
I bet he's a riot.
Oh Lord!
He is.
When the second time that we had him on, he brought his wife on, and I think that's the night, wasn't it? Judy or Betty Boo Brown called in Grizz and talking about the testy festy, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Everybody on here was asking if I was okay. Yeah.
Oh gee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one heck of a night.
So anyway, we appreciate Grizz. He's a great individual, and I'm sure would help you out in any way he possibly could.
The Googler, we are booked up through October 15th. So anything from October 22nd on is open.
For some reason, I'm thinking you missed the date.
No, that's all I have.
No, I don't think so. Who do you have as October 15th?
Pickerick.
Okay, then Mapleberry Farms.
Gotcha. Okay. 29th on.
29th on.
Thank you for saying that. You're right. Mapleberry.
What's wrong? He's sleepy.
Yeah, Dawn, you remember that night, don't you? God, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard.
So is that the raccoon there? I can't see just out of can. Was he?
He's sleepy. He chatters around when he gets tired.
Oh, I thought
He fights it.
I thought maybe he just overheard Grizz or something.
Yeah, was afraid and left.
That's incredible. What a picture. So, okay, folks, if there's any more questions, we've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes. I know we've taken an awful lot of their time. If you've got any other questions, please get them in the chat window or give us a quick call. And
be nice to that kitty. Be nice to the kitty.
So, Brian and Paula, I got to ask, are you going to be able to make it to any of the upcoming conferences and different things like that?
I don't know.
Where, and when is that?
Well, there is probably the biggest conference.
The next one.
Will be the next one, and that is in Virginia. It's in October. What, second week? Mm-hmm. Second weekend? Mm-hmm. In October. Homesteaders of America Conference.
And we will be giving away, in fact, I don't know, we will be doing a video tomorrow. We will be giving away this week 2 weekend passes for the Homesteaders of America Conference. So if you want to go and want to try for some tickets, That's the one to check out.
Yeah, we'll have a video out on that.
March 9th is the 3rd annual Deep South Homestead Gathering in Wiggins, Mississippi. We'll be there for that one.
So.
And then there's one next spring. So
well,
I've heard
that's the gathering.
It's, yeah.
We will have to check our schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Homesteaders of America Conference, I don't have their flyer in front of me, but I can tell you that we've actually had as guests a number of the people who are going to be speakers there, including Justin Rhodes, Stacy Lynn Harris, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, Big Bear Homestead,
Joel Salatin.
I
just like the name was on the tip of my tongue.
We've had all of those folks as guests on our Monday night shows, and they are all speakers at this upcoming conference in Virginia. It's the conference is actually kind of a pseudo 3-day conference. Right? The first day there's classes type thing.
Yeah, Thursday there are classes. Then Friday and Saturday is just
the conference.
Is the conference when there's speakers and there's vendors, and it's very good. Last year was their first time, and they did very well.
Yeah, they had close to 2,000 people there last year.
Oh, jeez.
And I expect it's at a fairgrounds this year, so it should be quite the show. So
our biggest problem is finding a replacement zookeeper for when we're not here.
I understand that.
We understand.
Yeah. We certainly understand. But I also heard you say you had kids and grandkids, and that should be some payback time.
That would be. That's what we would have to do is schedule the different kids at different times, different days. Yeah.
But
depending on their lives, of course, because I hear how they have their own lives,
Yeah, but you're not allowed to have your own.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. You can tell we have kids. My kids.
Yeah.
So, by all means, check it out. I don't know if Country Girl can put a link into Homesteaders of America Conference or not.
I can do that real fast.
Okay. And I'm going to pull the phone line down. So let me do that.
That big fluffy puppy's getting into something on the porch out there. Sounds like a horse trotting across the porch out there.
I can't get over this raccoon. It just keeps popping up out of the bottom of the screen here. Get that mask on there. And
Wish he's behaved all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, there are times when he acts like he's had a whole bag of cotton candy and he's just running through the house. And yeah.
Like a kid on a high.
He has his moments, that's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Like you said, he's just like a toddler. He most certainly is.
Okay. So
we'll have to go visit and bring Smudge. Can you imagine the puppy and Smudge? Oh my gosh.
Well, any of them.
Oh yeah, Smudges don't get along with anybody.
Well, but I mean,
I don't know about the raccoon. That'd be different.
No, I meant the girls, or.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we have 3 Great Pyrenees here, and then Smudge is half. Smudge is half.
We have 4.5 Great Pyrenees.
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah.
Smudge
is only half. Yeah. Yeah, we have 2 girls. They're sisters.
Well, I wouldn't say they're my favorite. An Old English Sheepdog is my favorite. I used to have a pair in Florida that I bred a couple of times. They're my favorite, but they are so hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
An Old English Sheepdog is.
Yeah,
if you do, they're so expensive.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I always wanted the Saint Bernard. My dad always said, when you have your own place, you can get a Saint Bernard. The closest I could get was a half-breed.
Yep. That's why I had to.
Yeah. I had a Saint Bernard. years ago, and he was honestly the biggest, dumbest thing you had ever run across. And he was awful. He was pushing a year old, and if one of the girls sat on the floor, he would get on top of them and hump them. And you were laughing so hard you couldn't help them to get the dog off of them. It was crazy. Yeah, he was like 150 pounds at about a year old, and he would, if you sat on the floor, he'd get on you, having his way with you, and the rest of us were laughing so hard we couldn't help him. You know, you were on your own down there.
Well, hon, what do you think?
Probably.
Folks, we want to thank everybody for stopping by here this evening that could. Special thanks to our moderators that are in the channel here. Moderator. There's only one showed up tonight.
Dawn has done this, and she is, I mean, I've been watching her.
She's good.
She's, the Twitter, the Instagram, YouTube, the whole bit.
Yeah, she's good. Mm-hmm. So we certainly appreciate you
she
being
must be
here.
Bucking for a raise.
Bucking for a raise? Well, you're going to send her another troll? Or
no, I'm sending her $2.
$2? Yeah.
Sweet, adorable. Yeah.
So
come over here, Grizz. I'll introduce you to Sassy and Sadie. They're 4. Sam is 9.
So Brian and Paula, thank you so much. We've certainly had a great time. I hope you folks have as well. Next week we're gonna have another small channel.
Micro farm starter.
So be sure to stop in next week.
Yes.
And everybody have a great week.
Have a great night, folks.
Take care now. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks so much, you two.
Bye.